Well, hello, darlings, and a very warm welcome indeed to Wednesday. It's Wednesday, isn't it? I went to work this evening, darlings, had a look in the diary, looked at the bookings, and set the restaurant up perfectly for the parties that were booked. A table of 7 here, done. A table of 12 there, shuffle, shuffle, shove together, done. And so on, and so on, and so on. And not a single one of them turned up. Not one. Every single party failed to show. And it was about 9:15 when I realised that I'd looked at tomorrow's booking page. For some reason, I thought today was Thursday. And what we actually had booked tonight were 2. Oh, God, what a useless old twat I am. Good evening, darlings, and a very warm, wibbly, wobbly, willy waving welcome to Wednesday Night Live. And I'm going to be here with you, you beautiful, gorgeous, wonderful, succulent community members. I'm going to be with you right through until midnight. It is the 1st of May. And I'm going to spend the last hour of it with you. We will see in Thursday together, darlings. And then we will scamper off in our underthings or nightwear to do whatever we're going to do. I mean, what do you do between midnight and 2 o'clock? I presume that most of you who are, dwelleth within the confines of the United Kingdom, I presume you will just go to bed fairly rapidly afterwards, don't you? But, feature one, do let me know. What do you do when this live stream finishes? Do you call your therapist, go immediately to bed, leap upon the nearest available person of your gender of choice and podger them ruthlessly, or D, other? Now then. Who have I got? Oh, Soph, lovely Soph. Hello all, says Sophie, and hello, Boaty. Hello to you. I have 2 bottles of wine in the fridge, ready to have a drink with you. Hope you're okay. And hello, everyone. How are we all tonight? I'm delighted that you have wine, Sophie. My wine, it was low tide at Wine Bay, so this is wine that was bought tonight and is not going to be sufficiently chilled. So I had to go to the other restaurant on the way home tonight, and I only got in 5 minutes ago. But I will raise a glass to you, Sophie, or with you, Sophie, and I will say cheers to all of the rest of you. God bless you and all who sail in you. Bottoms up. Not too bad. Needs to be a little bit colder, but it's a good wine, so that's it's bearable at that temperature. Hi, everyone, says Jimmy Quinn. Good evening, Jimmy. The world of true crime is here, yet again, in capital letters. They are, I was going to say he then, and I'm making an assumption. I don't know if he's a he. I should play safe and say they, and they are one of our more capitalized community members. Anyway, hi folks, and hello to you. Thank you for joining us again. Trace is here, the Greenwood, of course. Good evening, lovely people. Good evening, lovely Boaty. How are we all on this lovely May Day and Beltane? Oh, there you are. There you are. Big shout out to the heathens on Beltane. Good evening, Trace. Hope you're well, my lovely. Peter P is with us and says, hi, everybody. Hello, Peter P. Thank you for being here. Lord Stiff Upper Lip. Hello, Mr. Boaty. Hello to you again. Thank you for gracing us with your not inconsiderably elegant and joyful presence, if you don't mind me saying so. The M11 is right in our midst. Oh, yeah, she does that. She suddenly appears right in your midst, even if there's a red traffic light or a yellow junction box. Now, what's she got to say for herself? Good evening, everybody. That's nice. Nice start. Hope you're all fine and dandy. Well, what a lovely thought. Evening, Boaty, you tasty morsel, you. Oh, well, good evening. Oh, hello. Gosh, I would just love to spread you on a piece of toast and then lick you all off. I'd get all crumbs on me. I don't think I'd enjoy that. I mean, you know, if the toast was like piping hot just out of the doings, then I could, you know, I could get scolded. Excuse me, I've just had a ping pong. I'd better check it's not anything fantastically important. I can't tell you what that's it. But yeah, I could get scolded. And then I'm going to get covered in butter and crumbs. Well, I mean, I suppose you'd lick that. I mean, couldn't you? It'd have to be a big slice of toast, wouldn't it? I mean, I'm a bit of a big lump, all 6'5" of me. Oh, dear. Oh, hello. Gosh. The telephone lines are busy tonight. Oh, this is lovely. This one I can show you. This is from the lovely Sophie. And as you can see, possibly, she's having a lovely glass of what looks like rosé in front of, bloody hell, in front of a big old version of me. God, I look quite big in that. Is that on your telly, Soph? Are you one of these posh people who can watch this through a televisual? If Boaty was a tasty morsel, says Trace, what morsel would he be and what would he taste of? And that's a question to the M11. Gosh, indeed, says Peter P. And Trace says, clearly you see him as pate, although that actually says pate because there isn't the correct acute accent on the E. So clearly you see him as pate or peanut butter. God. A very good evening, Boaty and everyone, says Andrew Buttigeek, who, of course, we know, embrace and love in a very squishy way as Ivor Spotty Botty. So a very good evening to you. Hello, Peter, M11, Trace and Lord, says Sophie. Perhaps that can be feature number 1, Trace. Okay, and well, Trace is going along with that. Feature number 1. What does Boaty taste of? God above, where's this going to go? Be scared. Be very scared indeed. Good evening, says Dave Smith. Good evening to you. Well done, Peter P. Peter P answers the question immediately. Surely a hint of Momo. Well, yeah, I mean, yeah. What does he taste of? Momo, white wine, and disappointment. Oh, and curry, says Ivor. Yeah. Momo, curry, disappointment, and wine. Oh, that's very nice. Heads up, darlings. Heads up. Now, I am going to share this with you because this is genuine. And I've shown it to you before. Remember the last time when there was a really fantastic wine on a stupidly good offer? Today, it's back on that offer, darlings. And I'm sure for many of us or many of you, it's payday. If you like a dry white wine, seriously, don't miss out on this. I've shown it you before. I'll show you again. That is Sainsbury's, and it's the Taste the Difference Rioja Blanco. This is a seriously good wine. I've given you all the backstory before, so I won't bother you with that again. But, you know, what I will say is it's back on the offer it was before. So, now, in my opinion, that drinks like a 15 to 20 pound bottle of wine. Honestly, that's not me prattling about or whatever. Honestly, it drinks like a 15 to 20 quid bottle of wine, but it's only £8. Except that at the moment it isn't. It's reduced to £6. Except that at the moment it isn't, because there's a 25% off when you buy a case, 6 bottles or more. So that wine can be bought from your local Sainsbury's at £4.50 per bottle, on the condition that you do buy 6 of them or more. And you will not get a better bargain than that. Now, some of you, I know the last time that this happened, I know that some of you did go out and you bought it and you tried it and you loved it. So don't just take my word for it. There are others here who will tell you. But you do need to like a dry wine, because that is as dry can be. But I'm telling you, it is sensational. Sensational quality wine. It's beautifully smooth. It's incredibly full. There's it's a very warm wine on the palate. It's not sharp. It's not acidic. It caresses the palate as it slides down, and then it gives you that wonderful glowing warmth as its winey appendages, tendrils, move out across your abdomen. It's honestly £4.50. It's a ridiculous bargain. You can't buy paint stripper for £4.50. So if you're into your wine and you like a drop of white wine, and it's coming into the weather for it, isn't it? And if you like it dry, you will not get a better bargain than that. Stand on me. Or if you don't want to stand on me, then put me on toast and lick me off. Oh dear. How's your day been anyway, darlings? How are you all? You know, one of the things when we start these lives, when we kick these lives off, right, then I will ask you, how's your day been? How are you? And other people will do the same. Hope everybody's okay, blah, blah, blah. Right? That's serious. We're a community. We're a pretty close-knit community by now. And it's a genuine thing. So we do all want to know how each other are getting on. So don't be shy. If you've had a great day, tell us. If you're having a really bad day, tell us. You know, let us know. And I'll remind you every now and then, but that's a given. You know, certain things are a given on these live streams. I always want to know what you've been eating, because I'm just, you know, I'm obsessed by food. It occupies my mind. It's the second most. It's the second. It's second on the list of things that occupy my mind. So I always want to know what you've been eating. I always want to know about any culinary adventures you've had. I always want you to come up with potential names for the live streams, and I always want to know how you're doing, how's your day been, and that goes for everybody in the community. So remember that. Lovely flowers, Boaty, says Sophie. Ah, somebody noticed. Roses are my birth flowers. Um, yeah. I bought. I brought fresh roses for the restaurant tonight. We have roses on each table, or well, to be exact, we have a single stem rose on each table. And I bought fresh ones tonight, and I thought, well, those aren't quite dead yet, and I haven't had any flowers in the gaff for ages and ages and ages. I'll take them home. I might get another 3 or 4 days out of them before they wither up and die, and they look rather nice, don't they? I mean, they really add to the table. I think I love having flowers and candles on me table. I'm so sorry. I tried to quell that. I have got a microphone. You may have heard it. It might have come through my pursed lips. And if it did, I can only apologize. But yeah, I love, you know me, I love a bit of ambience, darlings. I'm going to give you a guided tour around the cottage one of these days. I haven't done that for ages, or I might not have done it at all. I mean, you'll have seen bits and pieces, but I might give you a proper guided tour all around the cottage and all around the gardens. Maybe I'll give you a guided tour all around the village. And I do love ambience. I like to have candles around the gaff. I like to have stuff that's alive. So I like to have living plants around the place. And I like flowers, even though they are kind of dead, really. But I like them nonetheless. So thank you, Sophie, for noticing. Where did I get to? Oh, I've gone all out of kilter. Ah, here we are. Oh, back to what I smell of. Flatulence, says Andrew Buttigieg. You're mixing me up with mustard. When have you ever heard me break wind? You haven't, have you? I don't do it, do I? Nope. You would never hear me break wind in, if I break wind, and I don't, but if I did, I would only do it in the security of a locked lavatory in the middle of a deserted forest on a desert island in the middle of the night when everybody else was asleep. I'm not uncouth. Oh, good call, Peter, says Trace. Oh, and a dab of HP sauce from a glass bottle. Quite right. Hello all, how are we tonight? Asks Neil Gibbons, aka the Gibbonator, aka the very, very, very nice man. And he has just proven my point. He has asked how you all are. And the reason he's asked that is because he genuinely cares. He's like that. He's a very caring man. Somebody has just done a nice thing. And I think I might have missed another nice thing. I didn't get flashed up. Oh, Dave Smith. Dave Smith, you absolute legend. Dave gifted a membership. Dave, that's really kind of you. A channel membership, and it went to Steve Colg. Well, that's brilliant because Steve is like absolute hardcore in a scrotum. Massively supportive of the live streams and the videos and everything. So that's lovely. And thank you very much, Dave Smith. That is massively appreciated. And Mark has sent a super chat. Good evening, Boaty, and evening all. I made macaroni cheese for the family this evening, and it was spanking. Well, Mark, firstly, thank you so much for the super chat. It's enormously appreciated. And secondly, well done on the macaroni cheese. And you are not the only person watching this right now to have made macaroni cheese this evening. I happen to know that at least one other member of this fabulous inner scrotum also opted for macaroni cheese this very evening. So you are in splendid company. And while things are popping up at the top of my doings, there's another one. What's this? Oh, bless you, Steve Colg. All of my love all, says Steakold. Keep it up, Boaty. As he what? This is outrageous. This is outrageous. Now, I'm sorry to interrupt Steve. Steve is entering his 7th month of channel membership, this time courtesy of Dave Smith, and he left a lovely message saying all of my love all and keep it up, Boaty. Now, unfortunately, this does happen in this modern day and age. You will get trolled by hairy, camp damp people who've got nothing better to do than send offensive, repulsive messages to people who are more talented than they are. And that is exactly what's just happened here. I have received a personal message and it says, "You're a farting fat word beginning with C." Outrageous. Absolutely outrageous. Would anybody care to guess which Camp Damp Jesus lookalike that came from? I am not, anyway. How very dare you? You're the offender in that department. Oh, you've never heard. God, outrageous. Absolutely outrageous. Oh dear. I bet he's singing to himself at the moment, isn't he? Mr. Boaty, you fat farting oh, can't say that word. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Where did I get to? Oh, here we are. Trey says, what on earth? She doesn't say what on earth, but sometimes, darlings, in order to keep this symposium entirely family friendly and so as not to offend his noodly lord up there, I have to paraphrase a little bit. What on earth does flatulent taste like? Andrew Buttigieg asks Trace. Steve Cole says Tracy has sent him some roses. What? This is outrageous. I'm being trolled by somebody else now. Jason, you are your very own wind machine. Lol. Outrageous. Outrageous. I'm being trolled live by people making outrageous suggestions that I would allow my back bottom to cough in the presence of other people. I've never been so outraged in my life. My flabber has almost never been quite so ghastly. I'm, God, absolutely, dear me, gosh. Honestly, I'm shocked and so are you, but that's the modern day and age. This is the kind of thing that we have to deal with, isn't it? Although, not from everybody. Not from everybody. I've heard you. All right. You'll notice that my very good friend, Mr. Joseph Lloyd of the Lloyd Vehicle Consulting YouTube channel, he doesn't troll me. You don't get him texted in calling me a fat. See? And that's why I like him, because he is a breath of fresh air. He's a lovely, lovely, dignified chap who comports himself in the finest traditions of a splendid British public school. I quite like a bit of that, because the rest of the time I have to knock around with people like Mustard and John and Neil and Eula, Trace and the M11. And on that subject, I was, of course, very much hoping to be at the Yard of Dreams today, where the wonderful Mr. Lloyd was hoping to have lunch with Mustard and Boaty, but he had lunch with Mustard. I've got no idea if they filmed it or did anything, but there you are. So I'm genuinely really gutted to have missed that. I texted Joseph to make my apologies, and I said that I was starting my new role today and it involved extra hours and I couldn't fit it in. That was a bit of a lie. The truth was I didn't have the money to go. I'm having a particularly skint week. In fact, quite a lot of pigeons have come home to roost, and is that the phrase, pigeons? I don't know. And all it means is that I've just got to screw my sensible head on and accept the realities of life. So today I have put 3 cars up for sale on Facebook Marketplace, and tomorrow I will be putting 2 more up. Haven't put them on eBay yet because that costs money and I haven't got any, which is why I'm putting the cars up for sale. I might try that Carling Classics I keep hearing people bang on about, because I think that's free, isn't it? So that might be worth a go. So yeah, I'm just having to be a little bit sensible and and screw the loaf and whatnot. Oh God. If it's not the trolls, it's the Weinbergs. I'm bloody cursed. It's a curse doing a late night live stream where there's wine and trolls involved. I have the best trolls in the world. Honestly, if Carlsberg did trolls, they would probably be the best trolls in the world. I love the fact that I'm doing a live stream at whatever time it was then, 11:20, and I get a PM from my best friend telling me I'm a fat farting sea nut. You gotta love that. You gotta love this mad world and this amazing little community we've created. So yeah, need to be, yeah. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I need to be a little bit sensible. Oh, now then. I did a job the other day and I forgot to tell you about it. Only because it was something that more than one person has mentioned to me, that they were going to ping a little donation for the Welsh thing via PayPal, but of course my PayPal was still linked with the UK singles thing and the charity and whatnot. So my PayPal is a business PayPal, not a personal one. So it has a business name rather than my personal name. And of course, it was coming up as anybody who did ping some money, it was kind of like, you've donated whatever it was to UK singles. And as somebody quite rightly pointed out, if you're a gentleman of a married nature or a lady of a married nature or partnered up nature, and your partner saw that you'd pinged a payment to something called UK singles, they might quite naturally have some questions to ask. So I have sorted that out, and the PayPal is now in the name Boaty's World. So if anybody were to ping pong the doings, then it wouldn't say singles, it would actually say Boaty's World now. So I've done that, and oh, hello. Oh, bless you. Thank you, John. So yeah, I've done that, and I'd love to do more Welsh videos. That's another reason for getting cars up for sale. I've got 3 definite, firm ideas, or more than ideas, kind of plans that I would love to do. Barry Island is one with Sean. Llandudno is another one with with an as yet unannounced personage, and the third might really surprise you. And I don't know whether to tell you or to. Oh, I will tell you. I tell you like everything, don't I? But yeah, they. something needs to sell for another one of those because as far as business things goes, when you spend 200 quid making a video that earns you £3.71p, you can see the obvious situation there. Where did I get to? Oh yeah, Tracy sending me roses. Oh gosh, spicy cabbage. Gosh, wow, what a thing. Don't worry, Boaty. I get confused with dates too, says Sophie. Thank you. And I go to bed when all of this rubbish finishes. Very wise, very sensible. Bad Books is here and says good evening all. Trey says between midnight and 2 a.m. I generally go a bit insane. Chat to my sister, gaze out of the window, play music, maybe get a bit more drunk depending on wine intake previously, but no wine tonight. I go to bed when I want, says Steve Colgan. Trace says, yep, me too, same. Dave Smith says, I will be dancing around the maypole in my crotchless shell suit. Oh dear. And Trace says, that's a lovely, joyful image, Dave Smith. And it really is, isn't it? It's a he, Boaty. Carl from Scotland, but from Bradford originally. And that is World of True Crime. Thank you, Carl. Apologies if you'd already introduced yourself to me. Let me screenshot that because I'm terrible at names. I'm lousy. God, it took me a year to remember most of this lot, and I still get some of it wrong. Poor old Blacklines got called Mark for 9 months when it's not Mark. I mean, he's actually changed his name now, so I can't get it wrong. No, I know it's called Steve. Oh, dear. So Carl. Get that into that thick head. It's Carl. Carl from Scotland. Hey. Although he's originally from Bradford, so he might not speak with a Scottish accent. That comment was funnier when he read it out, M11, says Grace. Oh, Purple Hat Games. Purple Hat Games is here, which is, of course, our lovely friend Simone, who says hello. Neil says, I've got a 55-inch smart telly. I got her, meaning Sophie, a 55-inch smart telly for our 3-year anniversary. God, when's our anniversary, Neil? I don't want a telly. I'd settle for a multi-pack of scampi fries. There's a question. Right. There are some serious questions that we all have to face in this world, you know. Why do we exist? What is our purpose in life? But one big question for me is, why can't you buy a multi-pack of scampi fries? You can only buy them mixed in equal quantities with bacon things, which are, you know, not even close to the same quality. The only way you can buy scampi fries in bulk that I'm aware of is by buying one of those sticky uppy on the wally pulley offy thingies that you have in pubs, or you used to have in pubs. I don't know if you still have them. But the only multi-packs that are available, they're bloody half and half with bacon things. I don't even know what they're called. So that means that, and I don't think anybody enjoys those bacon things, do they? Where the scampi fries. Now, I don't like fish. I don't like seafood. Nothing of that nature. Won't eat it. I don't like it. I wouldn't eat it if I did on moral grounds. But scampi fries, fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. I mean, they're a wonderful pub snack. They're a wonderful drunken nibble. They're a wonderful sober nibble. They're a great way to get an insight into what you would feel like after having a really long oral sex session with Liz Hurley. I mean, they're just wonderful things in every way, shape, or form. But they're not sufficiently available in bulk. That's my argument. They're not even available singly. Right now, Now then, this is a rant. Almost every weekend, I used to drive myself and my wife and my children, stepchildren, whatever. Oh, there's a thing coming up in the lunch video, and we're going to have a discussion after it. Stepchildren. Oh, I'm so sorry. I used to drive with my family from Chesterfield to Glynneath, which is quite a long way. And I used to stop at Beeley Garage near Portway, near the car dealership, to buy some Mr. Dave's curries to take to the cottage for at least Mrs. Boaty and I to eat. Kids might have something different. And we used to buy as a go-along, because sometimes, darlings, you need a bit of a go-along, don't you? You know, you're doing a long trip, you're going to be eating later than normal. You need to go along. You need a bit of something to keep you going. And we would buy scampi flavoured fries, and we would have a packet each. Now, I am a highly skilled driver, as you all know, so I can eat a packet of scampi fries perfectly safely while driving. Everybody else was not driving, and they could eat them in the manner of their choice. But we had a packet each. Me, Maggie, all of the kids, the tall one, last born, the young master, firstborn. We had a packet each, right? So whenever I'm on a road trip, and let's face it, when you are on a road trip, you always get the nibbles, don't you? When we were coming back from filming at Talica, I had the nibbles. I won't deny it. I had to stop and get petrol, and I wanted something to nibble on. And I wanted scampi fries. I always want scampi fries. You can't buy them. You cannot buy scampi fries. Scampi fries, by law, should be available in every garage. That should be a law in the UK. And they're fucking well not. And it's a fucking outrage. And I'm going to start a petition. Honestly, I'm genuinely going to start a petition to make scampi fries in individual packets available in every garage and every motorway services area. And you can't get Monster Munch either. Oh, dear. I mean, seriously, on a road trip, now, I would be a scampi fries man on a road trip, but I bet there are people who would go Monster Munch. I bet there are. So maybe Monster Munch should be available too, in both flavours, pickled onion flavour and roast beef and mustard flavour. When I was younger, pickled onion all the way. Today, I'd go roast beef and mustard, and I don't mind admitting it. Now, I don't have the appetite that I used to have as a younger man. And quite frankly, I think that I would find a full packet of Monster Munch a bit de trop, as our French chums, as our French amis would say. But I could do it at a push. Whereas a packet of scampi fries, it's just the right amount. It's like a finger of fudge, isn't it? Yeah, you know, it's just enough to give you something to, you know, a bit of a go along, bit of something to be going on with, without it ruining your next meal. Whereas Monster Munch come in a big old bag, don't they? And I think that could just be too much. Although, shared between two. And I tell you what, how romantic would that be? That would be the most romantic thing ever. Now, I've never done it, but now I want to. I want to do this. Imagine going and spending the day or the evening somewhere wonderful with somebody wonderful. Maybe Llandudno, maybe Talacra, maybe Barmouth, somewhere just wonderful with somebody who was also wonderful and who you fancied the arse off. Yeah? God, wouldn't that be amazing? Now, imagine you had a special evening, you know, maybe you had, well, whatever you did, but you had a special evening. And now you're driving back home and it's dark. It's summer, it's warm, but it's fully dark. And you've got a long drive down the motorway. The roads are empty, and it's just the two of you in your car. And maybe you've got Radio 4 on. Maybe you've got some of your favorite music. Maybe you're just talking to each other, enjoying the time, enjoying the moment, relishing in each other's company and conversation, just furthering that special bond between you. Now, imagine if that point when secretly both of you are thinking, well, it's going to be 2.5 hours before we get home and, get a bit of something to eat. And, we had a glass of wine, but we haven't eaten. Imagine if one of you were to say, darling, reach into the glove box and pull out an exciting yellow bag of roast beef and mustard flavored Monster Munch. And they turned to you and said, I thought we could share this. Oh, what a moment that would be. And then whoever wasn't driving went through the bag, taking one themselves, and then tenderly taking another one and shoving it right into the gob of the driver. That would be the most romantic thing ever, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it? I mean, if you genuinely had that experience on a beautiful, like maybe the A55 coast road in North Wales, a beautiful road to drive at night. If you drove that at, let's say, midnight, I drove all night, driving through the night, knowing you're not going to get home until 2 o'clock in the morning, but not caring because you're with that special someone, maybe in a bit of a special car. And then you had that shared Monster Munch experience. You would stay with that person for the rest of your life because you would just know that that moment, that experience, that shared togetherness could just never be replicated and never be bettered. And if somebody put that onto a YouTube video, they'd be, hello. Oh dear. That, darlings, was a short but sweet message from my best friend. 3 words. Skick was right. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Where did we get to? Oh yeah, Neil had bought sofa telly, hadn't he? I am, yes, you are on my TV, says Soph. Hi, Simone, says Andrew. Steve Cogg says, looks like Sophie got well, the whole of the rock out of Indiana Jones together. John Stoodley's here. Good evening, chat, and good evening, Boaty. Jesus, says Captain Mustard. Simone says, hi, everyone. Hope you're having a good evening. I have Steve, or Momo and Rosé. Steve Cogg says, Boaty tastes of wine, tobacco, curry, and candles. Yeah, I'd go for that. Steve said, I was until I clicked on this shite, but I jest. Not that much. Are you saying Boaty tastes of Jesus, Captain Mustard? Do we have to take a little bit of him in our mouths at communion? Gosh, there's a thought. And then Dave very kindly gifted a membership, which Steve Cole got. I will have to try that, Boaty, says Sophie. What shop? The wine. Sainsbury's. Taste the difference, Rioja Blanco. Mr. Stephen Paddy from Port Sunlight in the Whittle, all together now. The Leisure Peninsula. says, what have I missed? How many just entered the chat, Jason? Jason, how has your day been? Are the flowers off the wonderful M11? No, I'm afraid the flowers are just nicked from the restaurant. I was only going to throw them away, and I thought, sod it, I'll bring them home. Might get a few days out of them. And it's lovely having roses on the table, isn't it? In it though, bruv. Oh dear. Mustard says, well, Boaty tells me I am Jesus because he worships me. Yeah. Yeah. Primark Jesus, says Dave Smith. Bless him. Literally, says Trace. Night, everyone, says World of True Crime, who I've remembered is called Carl, I think. Carl, it was Carl. Carl from Scotland, wasn't it? Carl. I got it right. Carl, yes. God, I'm good. Carl. Good night, Carl. Thank you so much for joining. Oh, I'm so proud of myself. You see, Trace isn't as professional as me. She said night, World of True Crime. Yeah, I used his name. I remembered. Mustard's having a laugh at Primark Jesus. So says, well, Boaty, when we do the old camping, we'll have a good cuppy. That sounds good. Boaty, you sound upbeat this evening, says Steve. A new product from the world of Boaty, says Andrew. Boaty's Air de Toilet, the true essence of Boaty. Get yours today. My day, says Trace. I actually listed some stuff on eBay. Had my head in the clouds too much recently, and a dreaded brown letter has kicked my butt back to reality. But a pretty good day overall. Oh, that's good. I'm good, thank you, says Soph. I've got up, done loads of housework, cleaning, done the bed sheets, wash all the washing, and cooked tea. The day is young here, says Andrew. It'll all be downhill from here. I've had a great day, says Steve Cole. Didn't get up until 5:30. Oh, wow. Oh, Sherry is here, the lovely got-to-be me. Greetings, and oh, lovely flowers. Thank you, Sherry. Beautiful red roses. The best ever steak pie from M&S, followed by jam, roly-poly, and custard, says Mr. Stephen Parry. Wow. My day was very different, says Mustard. 2 reasons. I had, says Sophie, steamed vegetables and potatoes, lasagna, salad, and wedges. Blimey. Welcome, Boaty's maiden burp, says Trace. God almighty. How far am I behind on the comments? Did I miss you talking about your first day on the new assignment, Sherry? Oh shit. No, not really, because there's kind of nothing to report. Yeah, nothing to report, really. There's stuff going on before I can really get cracking. And it sounds as if the thing that's going to kick off first is going to be the first Airbnb. That's quite imminent now. Just need to get some building work done, need to get planning permission. There's other stuff happening. People are coming from Nepal. Samrat, the lovely Samrat, bless him, you know. Oh, God love him with his dad passing away so young. All being well, he should be back at the restaurant tomorrow night. There's a new guy who will take over as floor manager due to be coming from Nepal. His visa's all sorted. He's due to come out any moment. He's going to have to be trained up. Loads of other stuff happening at the moment, but the Airbnbs are going to be the first thing to really get my teeth into. And one is obviously ahead of the other. There was some weird bright thing in the sky today, says Steve. Oh, yeah. I had macaroni cheese too, says M11. See, told you. And John and Emma are just saying hello to each other. All Things Alex says, good evening all. I'm enjoying a glass of oldie bargain wine. A decent Merlot for less than a fiver. Well, tonight is the night of the bargain wines. I'm drinking a rather splendid Rioja Blanco that came in at less than a fiver. So enjoy your Merlot, sir. And thank you very much for joining us. I am having a disagreement with Google at the moment, says Jimmy F500. And now I am banned from accessing my own bank account online. And then he says a bad word. 2 months' time and we'll have a baby, says Steve. Oh, God, really? Oh, wow, congratulations. Mr. Stephen Parry says, Jason, you let 1 or 2 rip after hours one night in the live. Yes, you are the gas man. Evening all, how are we? Sorry I'm late, just got in from work, says Cars with JC. Haven't they heard of the creaky floorboards at the cottage? I don't. Tracy, you're a whiz with the YouTube doing, says Ivor Spotty Botty. Surely there's video of our Boaty blowing his trouser trumpet. Not a chance. Not a chance. There is indeed, says Trace, and I will see if I can recall which video they're on. We didn't film Lunch Chase Mustard, only you do that. Yeah, well, some truth in that. There's a lunch video coming out tomorrow or the day after, and we're going to have a live discussion about one of the subjects that was raised on that. Oh, yes, we are. And of course, I'm very much looking forward to next Monday and recording what should be a very interesting lunch video indeed, which will consist of me and Mustard eating and another man talking non-stop, literally. I don't think we'll bother buying him any lunch, Mustard, because he won't eat it. He'll just sit and talk. Not like Mustard, though, says the M11. I'm surprised this fish is still alive with all the methane he expels into his kitchen. Exactly. You cheeky lemon, says Mustard. A montage of Boaty popping off with our favourite farty music would be a laugh. I asked Mustard on the live that if his fish could talk, what would they tell us? And the answer would have been, it bloody stinks in here and the tank vibrates. Love the roses, says Joe. That's very kind. Oh, right. Sounds like a mission I need to be on, Andrew, says Grace. Watch this space. I've got an A-level in trolling and bridge building, says Steve. How about Blackstone Edge with mustard, says Captain Mustard. And I'm not sure what that is in relation to, because I've probably forgotten where I... Oh, anyway. Oh, Mark, bless you. Another super chat. You kind man. 37 watching. God, 43 at the moment. 37 watching, says Mark, and only 19 likes. Come on, people, he says. Well, it's currently 43 people watching and 24 likes, and I'm very grateful for both. You might get the scampi fries from Costco, says Mr. Stephen Paddy. That's worth a try. I hate scampi, says Trace, but I love a scampi fry. I remember when they came out, blew my mind. They are awesome. They are wonderful things. I think we should make scampi fries the official snack of the Boaty's World community. Let's see if right. Come on, somebody. There are some clever people amongst you. Why not? Right. Okay. Here we go. Let's do a thing. Right. How about we have a challenge to see? We'll all try it. Reach out to whoever makes scampi fries, and let's try and get some freebies for all of the community members. Just so we should all write or email to whoever the hell it is and sort of say, hello, where's the box? And just say, look, there's a thriving YouTube community out there, and we all love scampi fries. And we would like to give you plenty, and we would like to make you the official snack of our live streams. And we would give you appropriate coverage. So how about coming up with a few boxes of them that we can share around the community, so we can all enjoy the scampi fry goodness and spread the love for scampi fries around the world. Somebody give that a go. What is scampi? Asks Andrew. I don't know. I can only tell you what a scampi fry is. I quite like the bacon fries, actually, says All Things Alex. Peeled prawn tails, I think, Andrew, says Grace. Kind of like prawn crackers. Oh, right. Well, you're getting mixed up there between scampi and scampi fries. They're kind of different things. Monster Munch, says Mustard. Monster Munch hurt the gums, so I've been told, says Steve. What do we want? Scampi fries. When do we want them? Now, says Chaz Brown. A romantic fudge finger, says Peter P. No, I tried one once, says Grace, and I found it slimy. It was like a slimy piece of... What? Oh, right. Oh, okay. She's talking about actual scampi. Scampi fries give you minge breath, says All Things Alex. Exactly. Exactly. It's like having the wonderful glowing aftermath of having yodeled in a lady's canyon for an hour without getting the stiff neck. And you get fed at the same time. It's win, win, win. That is the genius of scampi fries. You know, you don't need to go to all of that effort just to have the satisfied feeling of some lovely lady's nether regions tickling around your palate for the next hour. All you have to do is eat these tasty snacks. And added bonus, no pubic hairs between your teeth. But, I mean, they just make sense on every level. Oh, I better give you my food news while I think about it. Lunch was a jump up the ladder door. So kind of a cobbled together midweek mini roast type of thing. Supper tonight is going to be my homemade fakeaway Chinese chicken curry. So my version of what you buy in takeaways, except with mine you get loads more onion. It's a lot spicier, and there are no nasty peas in it. With I make some fried rice as well, and I'm looking forward to that. I haven't had it for about 2 or 3 weeks. Outrageous. Now then. Oh, a message health review. Wonderful. And it's from Steve Cold. And I'm not allowed to show it. But it said crisps are shit anyway. Not scampi fries, mate. Is it time to whip your scampi out, Trace? Asked the M11. What the feck is he on about? Asked Simone. No such crap happens in my car. Slowly turning into bedtime story, says Andrew. Jimmy F500 says, I've just eaten a bag of barbecue hula hoops. I love salt and vinegar crisp, says Andrew. I'm thinking he was about to say on the drive. I can't say that. Tracy's having a right old laughing her anal orifice off. Skick was right. The M11 says, I prefer my guy to get fishy fingers in the car for a different reason other than scampi fries. Oh, God. I love that, actually. I mean, you know, there's nothing like starting early, is there? And especially if you're driving an automatic car and you're feeling a bit fruity, well, it's kind of cool to start the foreplay when you're still driving home, isn't it? Oh, it's been a while since I've done that. But yeah, it definitely livens up what could otherwise be a boring car journey. But you know, I still like the Monster Munch thing as well. You could do the two. You could do the two. I mean, you know, you could alternate. You know, Monster Munch, Monster Munch. Look it, that sounds pretty damn good to me, actually. Oh, oh, God, I don't know if I'm feeling hungry or horny. Filth, says Trace. Sorry, sis, says the M11. It's okay. It's about time my reputation was surpassed, says Trace. Your reputation will never be surpassed, Tracy. Oh, Ed Usher is here. Ahoy, hoy, Boaty. Hello, all. Hope you're all well. Where does Boaty get his energy from, asked Steve. Oh, and a hidden message from Ed. Today, what? Today, I got an erection in the queue at Boots, embarrassingly, and couldn't shake it off. I only wanted to collect my prescription for my angina spray. I need to screenshot that. I'm going to make a title about that. I'm going to make a title about that. That is brilliant. I'm going to read it again. Today, says Ed Usher, I got an erection in the queue at Boots, embarrassingly, and couldn't shake it off. I only wanted to collect my prescription for my angina spray. Oh, God. Oh, God, I love that. And I so hope that's true. Oh, I love stuff like that that comes along with getting a little bit older. And oh, that is brilliant. That is absolutely brilliant. The magic number 42 now. I'm off now, says John, or John said probably an hour and a half ago. I'm off now, chat and Boaty. Good night, all. And good night to you too, John. Oh, and Joe also says night all. I don't like scampi fries, says Ken Bemp. Ken Bemp doesn't like scampi fries. Well, I'm truly sorry to hear that. You can have Monster Munch instead, if that would help. Boaty's sleeping with the window open tonight, says Steve. And a bite at the latch, says Andrew. Mum's favourite saying when we were kids and asking what's for tea. Yeah, chip with sugar on. Well, I'm off, says Sophie. Good night, all. Love you all and have a lovely day tomorrow. Right, it looks like it's time to go, darlings. I've got no idea how many more comments I've got to get through. I have run a little bit behind today because I was having a fantasy about Monster Munch and scampi fries and fishy fingers in the car. That'd be a nice way to drive back from Llandudno, wouldn't it? Yeah. Fishy fingers, multiple orgasms, and roast beef flavoured Monster Munch. Is that the live stream title? It could be. And I'm really looking forward to my supper now because I'm genuinely feeling hungry with all of this talk about food. Boaty, have a lovely day tomorrow and good night, say Sophie. Good night to you. Thank you very much indeed, Sophie. Lots of people saying good night. God, I've actually caught up with the comments. And it is everybody saying good night. Joe said night all. Sophie said night all. Peter P said night, Sophie. Night Peter says Sophie. Night, Sophie, Andrew. Steve Cole says sleep tight, Sophie. Night Steve, night Andrew says Sophie. Simone says, personally, I've never had any kind of nookie in a motor car. Oh, God, you've got to christen your car, my lovely. You've got to christen your car. It has to be done. Goodness me. Oh, that's a subject for another night. We haven't got time to cover. Somebody remind me, nookie in motor cars. We need to do that subject properly over the space of at least an hour. I've got some great stories to tell about that. Ed, congratulations, says Andrew. You broke the boat. It was a genius. I love that. I love that. I'm going to read that. That's why I screenshot it. I'm going to read it again for pleasure, just to myself. I wish we could like comment, says Mustard. I agree. Yeah, you can when there's super chats and whatnot, but you can't just like a comment. You can pin it. I got a thing at the beginning of the thing saying you can pin comments if you want to. So let's have a go. Right. So I found Ed's comment. Let's click on it and pin message. There you go. There you go. It's now up at the top of the chat. First thing you'll see, darlings, and quite rightly so. Oh dear. Happened to me wearing trainers, says Steve. I've had shenanigans, but not full sex a few times in a car, says Trace. Took until I was 27, though. God almighty, oh dear. Haven't had it for years now, goes on Trace. Probably a couple of decades at least. Get with it, Trace, get with it. Oh, and Andrew agrees, yes, and shit with sugar on. You have to make the Monster Munch fantasy happen, Boaty, says Trace. I do now. I absolutely do. I need to make that happen. I want to drive back from Llandudno in an exciting motor car with an exciting woman, and I want my full Monster Munch fantasy. Yes, I do. Night nurse, says Mustard. Ed Usher says, Boaty, the wife Barbara's Lady Garden. It's more like a scrap heap. It smells like an open packet of Whiskas cat food, not like Scampi at all. Fucking hell. Oh, oh dear God. Oh, right, excellent. Thank you. The wife Barbara's Lady Garden, more like a scrap heap in brackets, smells like an open packet of Whiskas cat food. Oh God. Oh God. See you on the next live, everyone, says Steve, Mr. Stephen Parry. Hello, little haggises, says Ross. Dino Dad, bless him. Oh, and Simone has become hooked on classics. Nobody to christen a car with. Simples. Oh, we need to work on that. Okay, Boaty, I'll get with it if you say so, says Trace. An erection, says Peter P. Scampy fries can do that to you. They certainly can. I had some paperwork this morning, says Ross. Sorry, I missed the chat. Oh dear, Ed broke him again, says Trace. Steve Cole has got a hidden comment. The last time I had sex in the car, the starter motor went and she got the spare wheel out. We had a puncture. Oh, darlings. I want to go. God, there are still 34 of you watching, you lovely people. And 28 of you have tickled that like button, which does help. Oh, and an airbag went off, Steve Kong. God almighty. That's some serious pottering when the starter motor's gone. You've had a puncture, the airbag went. Fucking hell, what were you doing to each other? Oh, God, please tell me Monster Munch were involved. Right, darlings. Brilliant live, hilarious, says Trace. Video title, Monster Munch and an open packet of cat food, says Simone. Good one. I'll screenshot that. Oh, dear. Dear. Right. I could carry this on for hours, but I'm knackered. I'm sure you're knackered. Darlings, this has been fantastic. Thank you so much to all of you for your company. I've really, really enjoyed this one. I really have. Thank you. But you need to go to bed, get on with your lives, get on with your days. I need to go and plan a Monster Munch themed trip to Llandudno. Oh dear. It's been wonderful. Thank you so much. Now then, see you all tomorrow at Mustard, says Trace, and then here again for Boaty. Yeah, I'm sure, I imagine, well, from the sound of it, Mustard will be live streaming tomorrow before me. Do by all means honour him with your presence. He's a lovely chap, despite his trolling. He deserves all the love that he can get. And I would love to see you again tomorrow night, Thursday night live, same time, same place, 11 o'clock. And I'd love to do this just all over again with you, fabulous people. Good night all, says Peter P. The M11 says, good night, everybody, and you, Boaty. Have a wonderful night, won't you, gorgeous boy? Bless you. God almighty. My ego's 3 times the size since you came along, my lovely. Good night all, says Ed Usher. I'm glad my suffering made you tickled. Oh, and it's Anything Goes Thursday, isn't it, says Trace? Yeah, tomorrow night is Anything Goes Thursday. Mad Thursday, Crazy Thursday, whatever you want to call it. So, yeah, bring your A game in terms of madness, lunacy, and general. That is it, darlings. I'm going to go before I just keep on talking forever. Thank you so much to Dave Smith for gifting a membership. Welcome, Steve Cole, to channel membership again, your 7th month. And a massive thank you to Mark Passad for a couple of really generous super chats. I'm so grateful. I was going to say you've got no idea how much of a difference it makes, but I think you've all got a pretty good idea. This channel is not blessed with income from ad revenue. It's minuscule, to say the least. But your channel memberships and your super chats and whatnot, they make all the difference in the world. And I really am super grateful. So on that note, good night to you all. Please have a safe and peaceful night. Have the best day that you can tomorrow. Take joy wherever you can, and just look after yourselves and those who you love and those who love you. And there we are. That is it. And all the love in the world from me. Hopefully, see you tomorrow night, 11 o'clock. But you, and indeed, a big Monster Munch, bosh.